Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a 2021 gun season preview for deer season. Ren and I went out yesterday and we scouted a different spot of public land. We don't have our own private land, so we go public hunting. Same general area, same road, just this was the south block. There's a couple different, this one's 50 acres, I think the other one's 40 or something like that, and then it reaches into more public land that goes on for like ever. And I thought my buddy has some trail cam pics south on the road with some really good bucks on it, and I'm like, I want to go see if I can find any signs, see if this might be a better spot, because we always have hunted this one spot. So Ren and I get there. Well, first on our way out, we saw some deer out in the woods. The best part of yesterday was the fact that it had snowed overnight. So there was fresh snow on the ground. You could see tracks, you could see deer, it was by far a good day. So on the way out, we saw a couple deer on the side, a few more in a field, and then as we turn onto the road to actually get to the spot, a bald eagle flies right across the road, and we see it take off and then go up into a tree. That was really, really cool. We get out to this spot, go park, and this is new uncharted area, so I don't know where I'm going. We walk in there, and we're looking around, and we're trying to see if there's any footprints or anything from deer or anything like that. And it's a little tricky because the snow had started falling from the tree branches up above and down, and that was making what looked like prints, but they weren't deer prints. And we kept going, and I turned to talk to Ren, and we're kind of discussing. It's really, really thick in there, and I'm like, I don't think we can carry our stand in here because we have just a ladder stand, and it is a two-person stand, so it's wide, and I'm not sure we can get it in this area. So we're like already kind of defeated, and we start moving up, and I have my back facing south, which is where there's private land too, and all of a sudden a grouse takes off and just scared the living crap right out of me. I jump, Ren laughs because he saw it actually happening. It flies over a little bit, and then it's still on the ground, and as we take a couple more steps, it takes off. But yeah, he got a good laugh out of me jumping there. And we're walking through, and I thought I had seen some tracks and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to go this way because it'll get us out to the power line area, so that kind of opens up into like grassy areas, some small thickets of brush, but generally a good spot to look. And so I turn left, and I'm going towards that way, and we keep going. I'm like, Ren, someone else has been in here. There's other tracks. No, I got confused on where I was going, and I turned us in a huge circle. So I'm like, well, let's go this way. We're following these tracks. Maybe they got something. No, that was taking me back to the road. I heard the car. So we turn back around. We go back in, and we get through this kind of swampy area. It wasn't wet or anything. It was just snow on top of grass, but we were watching to make sure there wasn't any pockets of water. And I look up, and there's a tree on the side. Not a very big tree, a little tree that bucks like to do rubs on. And there is a rub that is like 4 feet long. It started at about 2.5 feet up, and then went up to where my head is. It's just massive rub. So I was kind of excited, and I'm kind of looking around while I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I still can't get a tree stand in here. I don't know what I'm going to do. And we took a couple more steps, and all of a sudden, a really, really mature, older doe jumps up and runs off. I'm like, so we spooked up a doe, saw it, beautiful. We get out towards that power line area, and we found a tree out there that someone still had some climbing pegs drilled into, and you could climb into that tree, and I'm assuming that's where people go. Because I know people hunt this area. I know they park there during gun season, and I'm assuming that's where they sit. But I haven't heard a lot of shots. And the rub and the trail for the deer is actually what would be to the west, so behind them, and they're not shooting that way. So we go, we turn around, we kind of went a little bit northbound to try to come out, but it was still very thick. I didn't really find any good trees for anything. I'm checking Onyx now to see if I can maybe go in a different direction and still get in there, because I would like to hunt that. Seeing that big rub and then seeing that deer on the way out, I saw 2 more deer in there, so I know they're in that area. It's super thick, but if we can get high enough, I think we could get shots. So I think we will be testing that one out. We get all the way out, get in the truck, go up the road to where we normally hunt, and someone was in there, so we couldn't even go and scout our normal area. A little disappointing there. So we turn around, we go home. Saw a few deer crossing the road on the way home. A lot of deer movement. It was awesome to see. Got home, rested for a little bit, created some more videos that you guys may have already seen on the channel. I went back out close to 3:50 last night to our normal spot. The person was already gone. Pulled in. They didn't walk in the way that we always walk in. They went back to the road, and like there was 2 of them. There were 2 trucks going each way, like basically to the private land lot line, and walked in that way. Nothing dragged out. Their little car did get stuck, so they probably won't go back because they were flinging mud everywhere, and they probably thought they were going to be stuck there forever. So I think what we're doing this year is we're going to still set up in our normal spot with the stand. But if it gets towards Tuesday, Wednesday of the week, and I still haven't seen anything, shot anything, I might get down, move to that other side, and just walk it to see if I walk slow enough, if I could kick something up in the thick and be able to shoot. It's not as easy. I don't have a good brush gun. I might take the shotgun for that, because my rifle has a scope, so it's hard to get them in the scope if they're running through thick stuff. So I haven't truly decided yet, but I think after this year, we're going to be scouting that side a lot harder. It's thick. It's got a lot of grass to bed in. It has everything you could want, except I didn't really find a food source. So I'm going to try looking in there, walking in there, going north, and see if I can find that. But all in all, I would say yesterday in the woods, I think I saw a good 15 to 20 deer total, both trips, whether in our woods or in woods on the way there. Couple on crossing the road and going into the woods and things like that, but they're definitely moving. So this year in Wisconsin, I think it's going to be a great year. Pretty excited. My guns are actually behind me, ready to go. Ren's gun, my gun. All my hunting clothes are right here to the side of me, so pretty much ready to go, and hoping that we will get something going out there. Hope to not have someone steal my stuff again this time, since that happened for the youth hunt. And that is my update for this week. When we get the stand set up and everything, I'll take the camera out and I'll give you guys a good view of what we're looking at and see if we can get one. Keep your fingers crossed. We need snow for Saturday and Sunday, and it's supposed to get up to like 40 degrees this week. So hoping to get some snow, hoping to keep some on the ground, and that will help us out. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.